A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. Ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. Animals, whom we have made our slaves, we do not like to consider our equal. The love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. A scientific man ought to have no wishes, no affections, a mere heart of stone. Intelligence is based on how efficient a species became at doing the things they need to survive. Blushing is the most peculiar and most human of all expressions. I love fools' experiments. I am always making them. The highest possible stage in moral culture is when we recognize that we ought to control our thoughts. One general law, leading to the advancement of all organic beings, namely, multiply, vary, let the strongest live and weakest die. If the misery of our poor be caused not by the laws of nature, but by our institutions, great is our sin. The survival of preservation of certain favored words in the struggle for existence is natural selection. It is those who know little, and not those who know much, who so positively assert that this or that problem will never be solved by science. Man tends to increase at a greater rate than his means of subsistence. Man selects only for his own good, nature only for that of the being which he tends. Whatever you are, be a good one. Am I not destroying my enemies when I make friends of them? Man selects only for his own good, nature only for that of the being which he tends. Man is descended from a hairy-tailed quadruped, probably arboreal in its habits. How paramount the future is to the present when one is surrounded by children. It is a cursed evil to any man to become as absorbed in any subject as I am in mine. A man's friendships are one of the best measures of his worth. I see no good reasons why the views given in this volume should shock the religious views of anyone. We must, however, acknowledge, as it seems to me, that man with all his noble qualities, still bears in his bodily frame the indelible stamp of his lowly origin. Man will never be free until the last king is strangled with the entrails of the last priest. How paramount the future is to the present when one is surrounded by children. I am turned into a sort of machine for observing facts and grinding out conclusions. Man is descended from a hairy-tailed quadruped, probably arboreal in its habits. What a book a devil's chaplain might write on the clumsy, wasteful, blundering, low, and horribly cruel work of nature.